Welcome to the Road to Empire podcast. Weekly content to help you develop and grow your well-being, mindset, business, and be inspired to reach the next level. Join us on this incredible journey of discovery, starring British entrepreneur and coach, Maj Hussein, and guests. Be prepared to be amazed.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Road to Empire podcast. I'm your host, Maj Hussein here. Hope you're well. It has been a few months. I have been struggling to try and record something for you, but I wanted to try and do some more content for you guys in terms of audio, so you can actually benefit from my journey and what's been happening in terms of the life of an entrepreneur running a business and trying to reach aspirations and enhance, build a business essentially. So, I mean, you've probably seen the title of this episode, how I lost over 1 million in terms of, via one email. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about sometimes having the lows and the losses in a business. And, a lot of people are affected by this at times, and, it can knock you down and totally basically take you out of the game. But you got to be resilient, and you got to have that mindset that, look, business is all about learning from the errors that you make, solving problems, right, on a daily basis. And it's funny because whenever I'm talking to my team, we have team meetings or something like that, quite often I'll mention, look guys, business, everyday operations, it's all about solving different kinds of problems that are happening, that are occurring in day-to-day operations. So basically we had a government contract that I applied for, and in total holistic value, in terms of the pipeline, it would have been worth over just 1 million potentially. And then I got an email just saying that my application had been rejected for this particular bid, unfortunately. And obviously it was a bit of a shock, and it was something that you don't like to hear, some of the news that obviously is not particularly great. And then, yesterday we had a team meeting. I did share that with my staff and colleagues, the people that work for me. And we took it on the chin. But there was another further announcement just a couple of days ago, right? And basically it's given me another opportunity to go back at it again and reapply potentially, which I'm currently thinking of doing to try and rectify that, and hopefully second time lucky, because I'm looking to submit another 2 actual applications in the next kind of like couple of months or so, because there's been an extension on this particular program. Now, I mean, what I want you guys to kind of like comprehend or think about is, in your journey or something that you're doing, you may well come across similar kind of situations. Now, it might not be exactly the same. It might not be, exactly the same thing or whatever it might be, but it might be something where you have an experience of a loss, whether it's in personal life or entrepreneurship or business, and this loss can affect you in many ways. If you allow it to, it can really affect your mental health and well-being, and you can really get bogged down. Now, in the past, on occasion, that has happened to myself and other people that I know. But the whole idea is simple, that, look, yes, these things will happen because this is the world of business, and not everything will go streamlined or as smooth as you think, because, nowadays we get a lot of people selling this dream that, if you just, do this course, or if you watch this video, read this book, you're going to suddenly become a millionaire, like money falls from trees or out of the sky. But it's just not the case. I mean, very rarely do you hear somebody who is so successful within a very short period of time. I mean, most of the entrepreneurs that I've come across, they're not an overnight success. You might see them at the phase where they've become a success, but it might be 10 years in the making, right? 10 years in the making is a long time, really. Or it could be, 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, whatever it is. But there has that backstory, there has been that journey that they have taken to get to where they are. And quite often, like myself, whilst they're going through that journey, they're going to experience that phase of loss, ups and downs, highs and lows, some wins, some losses, and so on. And all these different experiences will map out that individual's journey like they've mapped out my journey. And these experiences will build character, build resilience, and help that person focus more potentially if they have the mindset that, look, okay, we had this loss or we had this bump along this journey, but the key thing is don't give up, right? You need to have enough time to be able to test your strategies that you want to implement or have thought about actually, delivering or executing through your plans over the time that you've been delivering a particular program or project or tender or contract or project managing, whatever you might have been doing, consultancy work, selling your product or service. You need to give it that time period so that actually people can benefit and see from that through the journey that you've done, the experiences you had, whatever didn't work, then you can basically change your plan, change your strategy, and adapt it accordingly. And I think that is going to be the in essence the one of the most important things to understand that look, you can adapt and you can re-strategize and you can move. So like myself in my business, when I mentioned to you the example of potentially losing that contract which had potential value of over £1 million, it was a big hit. And in business these things will happen. On the other hand, in the last 6 months or so, I've grown my business quite rapidly. I've gone on the aggressive path, on the warpath, so to speak. I've got a team now of 16 people, and prior to that it was just me. When I used to deliver certain elements, certain projects, I'd have associates come in, maybe freelancers, helping out on particular elements. For example, supporting with project delivery, or maybe producing design work, certain things that I couldn't do, particularly great. So obviously I hired associates to, take over that part so that work could be delivered. And then now on our payroll, we've gone from, zero to me, essentially. And then now we've got 16. So, the growth and development, it's good to see that. Recently I hired an operations assistant, web developers, and other kinds of staff members, lead generators, to support the growth and the development and structure of the company. And really, in this episode, I just wanted to kind of like inspire you to think that, look, if you do come across a loss or something difficult in your business, you just simply have to work it out. And the only way you're going to work it out is if you're in the actual trenches on a day-to-day basis doing the work, right? Because problems are going to happen all the time. Like now, we're dealing with multiple clients across the country. Most of our clients are in London, also in different places like Bradford, Manchester, Salford, Nottingham, Luton, different parts of the country. So these clients will come across issues and then contact me, or I'm contacting them, and we're trying to resolve. Someone might send you bank details, but they might put the wrong digit. You're trying to transfer money, but you can't because it's the wrong sort code. So you've got to go back to them and then ask for them to double check and all these different kinds of things. Now that's, an example of something might happen. Or it might be like, I've been talking about in terms of losing a big deal, a big potential pipeline deal, or these things happen. So you have to be in the trenches so that you can actually find solutions to the problems. And I think that is essentially what an entrepreneur is. Somebody who's able to, adapt, re-strategize and move quickly so that they can provide solutions to problems and basically rectify issues that occur in business operations and things that affect business of the clients that they serve. And it's important that we realize that, and I think as you go along in your journey, especially if you're a startup, if you're new, or if you've just basically got into business, don't be disheartened, right? Don't just stop at the first hurdle, right? You need to keep going, keep pushing, and keep moving forward regardless, right? And like I said, as you experience different things, you'll start to learn to re-strategize and move, because the experiences that happen in your journey is what will kind of like help you decipher what you potentially could do. And the actions you take, will help you potentially rectify those problems. And with that, you'll be able to move your business forward and essentially move the top line so you can earn more revenue. Focus on revenue, focus on growth, right? Focus on delivering a high quality service, getting results essentially for your client, right? And don't be disheartened if things don't go right the first time round. Just take the learning from that experience and then input it into, your next task. The next time you're writing a bid, the next time you're sending a cold email, you're speaking to a client, you're delivering a service. Use that experience and help that kind of like direct your journey. Okay, so I hope this has been informative and it's helping you in one way or another. So if you've enjoyed the episode, please do share, and also don't forget to leave a review. That will help us and me, potentially produce more of these. If you're enjoying it, let me know. Leave a review, drop me a DM, a message, and if there's particular kind of content that you want to see, just let me know, and hopefully I can talk about that in future episodes. So thank you very much. Have a beautiful day.